All right, welcome back to Unforced Airs. Now we have our next guest. It is Lara Giltinan. Lara, thank you for joining the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Tell the people about you.
My name's Lara Giltinan. I am 39 years old. I was a junior tennis player in Australia. Played all the ITF juniors and stuff like that. Was top 50 ITF, so played all the junior Grand Slams, stuff like, all those tournaments. And then when I was 18 or 19, I got injured, so I had to stop playing competitively. I then went on to work for Tennis Australia, or Tennis New South Wales, our state, as tournaments and ops manager for a few years. And then I had an idea that I might want to move to New York because I love New York City.
Okay.
But on a girls' trip to Vegas, I changed my mind and decided I wanted to move to Vegas for a year and be a pool cocktail server, just for something like stupid and fun. Because everything I'd done in my life was kind of like pressure and, serious. And I was like, this looks like a fun job. And I heard they got paid as much as I got paid for having a real job. So I decided then to move to Vegas, and I was a pool cocktail server at the pool clubs for 4 years. And then went into management. So since that time, I've been managing nightclubs, day clubs in Vegas.
This is fantastic.
It's a different story, probably.
This is good. Go ahead.
So I've been there for 10 years. My roommate got me into pickleball, was trying to get me to play for like 6 months.
How long ago was like the first intro to pickleball?
The real first intro was probably May 23. And I refused for 6 months. I was like, as a tennis player,
100%.
I'm not playing that game.
I always ask
Seems
people.
gimmicky,
Yeah.
Not that I knew anything about it, to be honest.
Right.
But obviously then one day I went out there and the addiction started. So I just played socially. There's a place called Sunset Park in Vegas where the social scene was like super busy. Every night the courts were full. It was really, really fun. So I started playing there, just made friends. And then I think it was later, then there was the PPA in Vegas in that October of 23. And my roommate entered us in the 3-5 mixed doubles.
Wow, I can't imagine. I've been watching you play. You playing 3-5.
I didn't play like this then.
That's where I belong. You shouldn't be there.
But so we won that. And that tournament, I was like, maybe I'll just play singles just for fun and just see how I go. So I entered the 4-0 and I won that. So then a few people were like, you should try and like take this seriously and play a bit more. And with my age and everything, I was like, what for kind of. But then it's like, maybe I will. So I entered the San Clemente December 2023 5-0. And I was like, if I medal in the 5-0, having never tried, like trained or whatever, then I'll take it seriously. So I went down, I got silver. Didn't really know how to play. I was just playing tennis. So I got silver. I remember losing a close one to Chrissy Vogel. She's from Phoenix. She's a good player. And so I went home for Christmas to Australia, came back, thought, all right, I'm going to start training. Literally day one, I hurt my back, which is why I had to quit tennis. So I have a lot of back issues like bulging discs and scoliosis. And I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. My back seized up. So I was like, all right, guess that's over for now. So I was trying to figure out what was wrong with it. I then went on a snowboarding trip and did my ankle like a month later. So, and me just being like, it'll be all right kind of thing. I just had a bad ankle for a few months, wasn't getting better. Ended up in a boot by like July 24. By this time I'd had cortisone in my back and my back was feeling better, but my ankle wasn't. So that whole year, like basically I didn't play. Maybe like socially very light, with friends and stuff. And then I think it was just before the PPA in October again was coming around, and I said I was meant to get surgery on my ankle, and I said to the doctor, I was like, if I just play this one tournament for fun, is my ankle going to get worse, like, or can I just play? And he said, as long as you don't fall over or do something stupid, it's fine, it's not going to make it worse. Okay, so I entered it for fun. Again, hadn't been training at all. I get an email 8 days before the tournament. Congratulations, you've made it into the main draw of singles. And I was like, oh God, better go practice. So like for an hour a day, I was just out there with my roommate, just like trying to, I didn't know how to eat a backhand. I sliced everything. And I was up against Angie Walker, who obviously at the time I had no idea who she was. Now I do. Yeah. And it was, again, I was just kind of like playing tennis. I hit like a volley on the full in the kitchen. But at the time I was like, I don't feel like the level's unattainable. So said to my surgeon, like, if I just keep playing a couple of tournaments, oh yeah, it's okay. All right. So I just threw myself into it. The next tournament was the Worlds, which I didn't even know it was a high category tournament. Just entered it, qualified, had to play Jeannie Bouchard first round on centre court.
Oh, wow.
Still didn't know how to hit a backhand. But actually had a decent match. And that's when I was like, you know what? Like, I've got to just start training. And my ankle, I wear a strap on it every day. Somehow it's been fine.
So does that still bother you, but it's attainable, like you can deal with it? Or is it like, it just kind of went away?
Doesn't really bother me. Every now and then it'll like throb a tiny bit, but...
And you're still out here playing singles because I watched you on Friday.
Yeah.
And it's insane.
Yeah, I've just been going with it. So since then, I was like, let me just see if I can make top 50. So then I started playing the tournaments. By probably, I think like March this year is when I really felt like I'd worked on my backhand on the ball machine. So once I could hit a backhand, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm like playing pretty good now. And so then I've just kind of been improving ever since. And now I think I'm like 19 in singles or something. And so it's been good.
At 39, 19.
Yeah, at 39, I know.
I'm 38, so I'm in the same ballpark. I mean, I'm tired standing here for 12 hours. I can't imagine playing this whole tournament, but that's unbelievable.
The challenges are grueling because you play so many matches, and I get bronze every challenger, and so that means you play the most number of matches. And so that's why the last two I didn't play women's doubles on the Saturday, because I'm just gone after the singles. So I'm like, I need a rest, and I play mixed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of my story, and I was like, I'm just going to play for a full year for fun, see how I go. It's very expensive.
Yes.
I guess being 39, I can afford to, you know, I know like the girl that beat me in that 5-0 tournament 2 years ago, I think she doesn't play much now because of the cost of everything. So obviously being a little older, I could help myself a little bit financially to kind of do it for fun. I still work in Vegas full time when I'm home. But yeah, so I've just kind of been going with it, and obviously my age, I'm not, you know, a few people were like, oh, you should go move to Florida and like really train full time. You're doing so well and you barely train compared to other people, you know? And I was like, yeah, I'm 39. I'm not trying to, you know, make a...
So you're having fun while you're here.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. I love that. All right, so tell me something that is noticeably different in the U.S. than Australia.
I don't want to get political, but I am. I'm going to say it.
All right, hey.
It blows my mind how racially divided the government make everybody here. Everything's about race. Everything they talk about, I feel like they separate rather than bring together. I would say that's a big difference, because when you're in Australia, you just kind of go your day to day, and it's very multicultural, and like no one cares. Mm-hmm. Like who you are, where you're from, like it's just everyone's the same, you know? And over here, I feel like they really like segregate, and I don't really think it's good. So that's a negative.
Okay.
Let's give a positive.
Let's
for
try
America.
In your 10 years, there's been one positive, right?
Yeah, I think generally, I mean, Aussies and Americans are generally known to be like super friendly, and I think in America, the one thing I like about it is how diverse it is as a country. So many different states are so different, so you can travel through the states and feel like you're going to a different country. Like whereas in Australia, you're in Australia. But here it's like you can go to New York City, then you can go to the South, and you can go to like Seattle, you can go to everywhere's just super different. So
yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's great. You said yesterday was a rest day. You went to the beach. Which beach did you hit?
Isle of Palms.
Isle of Palms. Yeah. How was that?
It was windy.
Yes. It's windy here, but you know.
It was very windy. Yeah. It wasn't quite the relaxing beach day I thought I was going to have in my bikini. I was wearing clothes and sand was blowing on me, but it was fine. My best friend in Vegas is from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay.
So when I told her I was coming here, she was like, go to Isle of Palm, it's nice.
Have you been to Charleston before?
No.
First time. Okay. Sorry it was so windy. The beaches probably don't quite compare.
Yeah, it wasn't really Australia, but it's a beach.
Okay
it's a beach. I'm a beach girl. I appreciate any beach.
That's okay. Awesome. All right. Well, one last question. We'll get you out of here because I know you got the draw coming up. Funniest person on tour?
The funniest? Oh, like that I know personally?
Anyone. There's no rules here.
I know Wame is known to be the funniest, but I like don't, because I'm kind of new.
Yeah.
I'm not like in with the cool kids as much. But yeah, I know he has a reputation of being. I think Jack Stock's pretty funny.
There you go.
When I watch him, because it's like, is he tanking or is he trying? Like, how did he hit that shot? And then he's laughing, but I'm like, I feel like he's like trying. I don't.
Yeah.
He keeps you guessing.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's great. Awesome. Okay, how do people find you? Drop the handle. Where can they find you? On Instagram?
Oh, I thought you meant like, how do people find me? And I was like, hopefully they find me very nice.
No. A little different there.
No, Instagram, it's laragiltinan.pb.
Excellent. Any sponsors you need to shout out?
I can definitely shout out Paddle Tech as my paddle sponsor, Hydrofy for my electrolytes, and I've got them on, my DAPS shoes.
DAPS.
And my ankle brace I was talking about.
There it is. Keeping you together.
Yeah.
Awesome. Lara, this was perfect. Thank you so much. The story was fantastic.
Thank you. Also, I have to shout out Maveen Fashion because I'm actually about to sign with them as well.
Shout out.
So my new clothing that I'm wearing is going to be Maveen. It's going to be really nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll have you on again in the future.
Thank you. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Sure.